Half years after its first failed attempt, the world's largest aerospace manufacturer scores in a round-trip mission to the International Space Station.
In addition, the European Space Agency expects continued diplomacy aboard the ISS. VOA's Arash Arabasadi brings us the week in space.
Just seconds left. You can see the mountains coming into frame there. We're getting very close to the ground.
We begin this week at the White Sands Missile Range in New Mexico, where aerospace behemoth Boeing successfully landed its Starliner capsule. The Starliner gives NASA another potential astronaut rideshare to the International Space Station like Boeing's competitor SpaceX. But Starliner's not quite ready for prime time.
I want to emphasize this is a test flight. You know, we're going through, this is a demonstration mission. It's a NASA launch and re-entry. Just want to make that point.
The trip started last week from this launch pad in Cape Canaveral, Florida, where the uncrewed Starliner blasted off on its way to a third test after previous attempts suffered software setbacks and corroded valves. The only previous time Boeing's Starliner made it to space, it completely missed the ISS and ended up in the wrong orbit. But this time, the capsule successfully docked with the ISS, marking a milestone in Boeing's space program while also putting NASA closer to competing bids by private spaceflight companies seeking to shuttle astronauts to and from space.
I think that we've just learned, you know, what we are capable of when we are working together as a team. It's been phenomenal to see the Boeing, the commercial crew program, the NASA team all working together to make this happen. We know it's been a long road, and we're just overjoyed to be a part of this success.
Once docked, astronauts toured the Starliner capsule and met its passengers, a test dummy named Rosie the Rocketeer and Jeb Kerman, a Kerbinaut from the popular Kerbal Space Program video game series about space exploration. Astronauts prepped Starliner for departure Tuesday after having unloaded groceries and gear the capsule carried to space. And by Wednesday, Starliner bid the ISS farewell on its way back to Earth. But the return trip wasn't a total success, as there was a failure in return thrusters that was resolved mid-air by a backup system. If Boeing resolves its issues on the ground, NASA test pilots could fly aboard a crewed Starliner launch by year's end, with competitor SpaceX having a 3-year lead. Finally this week, Russia's ongoing war on Ukraine remains a constant concern for those orbiting hundreds of kilometers above Earth, but has not affected work aboard the ISS.
On a personal level, our personal friendship to our colleagues whom we have known for quite a long time, and on a professional level, our common commitment to the success of the mission and to continuing of the amazing work of science and technological advancement that we perform on a daily basis here on the International Space Station.
Russia threatened to withdraw from the ISS after the West slapped sanctions on the country for invading Ukraine. The ESA director says a Russian withdrawal is unlikely, as the space partnership means everyone works together or the ISS falls